Welcome to News Now.
Bringing you American history since 1616.
Today's story is about life as an African American slave.
That's right, Skylar. Many people don't know this, but actually only 5% of African American slaves were sent to the U.S.
Interesting. Now back on topic. Slavery began in the colony of Jamestown, Virginia in 1619 to help tend to the tobacco plants. After the long journey here, most slaves were being auctioned off like animals.
After that defying experience, most slave owners would brand their slaves on the cheek like cattle. Wait, we haven't even explained the whole reason why Africans were used in the first place. Down the U.S. border in Mesoamerica, a Portuguese priest named Bartolomé de las Casas saw the way the Spanish were treating the Native Americans and felt that they should be treated better.
Yes, he has a famous quote, "One African's work is equivalent to 4 Indians." He instantly regretted his words when he saw how the Africans were being treated.
Most slaves sent to the U.S. worked on cotton and tobacco plantations. The process for cotton was really grueling. First, you had to pick the cotton out of the plant. Then you had to pick the little seeds out. After attempting to run away from the plantations, if caught, the slaves would be whipped or hung in front of all the other slaves.
That's right, Isabel. That would happen to most of them. If the slaves did escape without being seen, their luck soon faded.
Yes, the only nearby place to run was the woods, which wasn't safe either. Oftentimes, slaves were better cared for at the plantations.
Most slaves wouldn't even last a couple days in the woods because of the lack of food, clean water, and shelter.
One of the most known advocates for helping slaves escape to the free North was Harriet Tubman.
Yes, she would slip down to the eastern shore to catch the boat to the south. Then she would communicate with the slaves that she wanted to escape.
Sometimes she would threaten the slaves that she was going to kill them if they didn't go with her. Although harsh, her methods brought many slaves to freedom. The slaves that weren't freed were bred with the strongest and healthiest male and female workers. The children were either sold to other slave owners or kept to work the land.
Speaking of children, they didn't have tough as work as the adults and teenagers. All they had to do was take the tobacco worms off the plants and serve the other workers water.
Well, this concludes today's episode of New News Now.
Tune in next week for some extra awesome facts about your American history.